So, you remember when Chancery got a loan against the stadium? Well, he nearly paid it off. Almost 20 million of it, to be precise. Hello and welcome to this video. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, I much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So Chancery has paid off almost £20 million of the purchase of Hillsborough. Now, in 2020, the debt had been secured against the ground, which was bought by Chancery to avoid FFP rules and bending rules, and kind of thing. We had that situation where it looked like if it wasn't sold, it would get done. But it seems like he has done so far 19 million owed to the New Avenue project limit, and it leaves with just 6 million left to pay before the end of this month. Now, the 30th of September, he needs to pay 6 million to do it, and it looks like he's been doing what he meant to do. He's been paying off the debt. And this is what I think it's Dan Plumley of Sheffield Hallam said. There was significant charges linked back to previous registration charges. He explained they were related to Sheffield F3 borrowing money from Newton Avenue Project Limited, which we believe to Chancery borrowing money to buy the stadium and securing debt against the stadium. What this means that 3 of the 4 charges have now been settled and paid off, which is obviously a good thing. It's worth noting, though, that because these 3 come through in one go, doesn't mean that they are paid off recently. You don't have to tell Constance House whether or not you paid something off. You could have paid on or before the deadline. Now, we've got to think, it's good that we're starting to see that he's getting anything done. He said it's good how he can do what they've done and seeing it started through the company's house. It's positive in the grand scheme of things that at the very least payments are being kept up to date. The transaction is working as we expect it to. Now, we would have rather it not have had happened, like him doing that, but he's done that. Most businesses will take loans against certain things if they're wanting to do something. I know a couple of mates who have done it on the houses, like taking the bits out, which probably shouldn't be the best way, but it happens. Now, he's not got much left to pay, if that's the case. If he's got 6 million left to pay, then great, brilliant. That's another debt we don't have to put into the situation. But for me, it showed that he paid off the debt, even though he shouldn't have. I personally don't think we should have taken it in the first place, but we don't know what the situation was to get to that point where it is. Now, I know a lot of the Chancery out brigade and a lot of people who don't like Chancery in general are going to turn around and give this a bit of a kind of thing, well, like that it shouldn't have happened in the first place. But at the same time, it is showed that he's getting it paid off. Now, 6 million is left to pay. I know, I can already see the comment section going, this is why we brought out a third shirt for this year. It's why we brought out next year first shirt as a way of getting money to pay them off. And I don't know how much I believe with that. I'll be honest with you. It lines up, but it also doesn't line up at the same time. I think the first shirt for next year was a little bit more of we got caught short with how the first shirt came out this year, and we don't want to have that situation again. So we have to be really careful with that. But at the same time, it is good news that debt is being paid off. That is something you want to see. You want to see debt being paid off in the right amount of time. If you can get this last little payment done off, it's another bit of debt gone. Brilliant. You don't want debt to linger. But it's how fast can he get this debt to go? And we'll go from there. But 6 million or so, it says that is left to pay. So do you think he got to the end of the month to pay that off by the sounds of it, and then we move on from it. So let's see what happens. But the fact that most of this debt is now paid off is good. But like in the actual article, it says, it does turn and said, we don't actually know how much of that debt was paid off early doors or if it's just been done slow and staggered. But here's the thing. It is good news in one sense that it's been sorted, but now we just need to make sure the last final bit is done and we can have that situation done and dusted, and hopefully we don't have to hear about it happening again. But you never know in football, these things happen, and for us it seems like it always seems to happen in a Wednesday perspective. But let's see what happens. But Chelsea paid off close to 20 million of the debt on the stadium.